kenpo can be the most lethal of the martial arts. To control the power of kenpo, you must first control yourself. Train your spirit as you train your body, developing inner strength, balance, and harmony as you learn. The master of kenpo is more than an expert in karate. He is a martial artist. He is the master of himself.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
This is Cheapseat Reviews.
Hello, and thank you for listening to Cheapseat Reviews, the podcast that explores the Hollywood film industry for the greater good. This is episode 153, and tonight we're talking about 1991's The Perfect Weapon. I clarified 1991's because there actually is a 2016 The Perfect Weapon with Steven Seagal. So not that one, but the 1991 with Jeff Speakman.
Shit.
I am Sean Allred, and joining me tonight is Andrew Kick to the Nuts Jimison.
Hello. I'm actually going to talk at Steven Seagal all night tonight.
It's too gravelly. His is more of a whisper, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
His is more like, I've come to kill you today. And I've gotten really
It's like
fat.
if Keanu Reeves was being serious.
Right, but like like Keanu Reeves, but he's always like doing a stage whisper, and he's always kind of confused. I don't know. Anyway. And Corny beats up his couch before a gig, Logan.
I also beat up small animals, squirrels and chickens, and that's pretty terrible.
But you used your drumsticks instead of your.
So I'm gonna go ahead and say this: our comic book connection, because he used those sticks like Nightwing, which is the.
So you're gonna use our comic book connection as a weapon? Is the weapon
pretty much? I've never seen that in a movie before. Like someone who just walked around with that as a weapon.
I'm sure there's probably been a couple others, but I can't think of any really off the top of my head either. That was their main weapon, was the dual stick thingy.
Yeah.
I just realized that I didn't have a trope I need to add in there. That would be stick ex machina. So.
Yeah, that was I was like, I wonder if he's gonna. Yep, he did. He sure did.
Sure did, with a really strange noise. Anyway. No Sam.
Who are you?
No Sam tonight. He is doing something which he deemed more important, which is fine. We all have our things. So just the three of us tonight. It's gonna be fine. It'll be fun. It'll be different, and hopefully we can get through this movie together without anyone kicking us in the nuts. I'm gonna make reference to that many times because my God, he kicked a lot of people in the nuts in this movie. So I feel bad for all of the men that he kicked in the nuts. I hope all those actors were wearing cups or something, because shit.
In the ancient art of a kendo, the nuts is where we are kicking the most.
You an Italian. It's where we kicking the most.
That's where we kicking the most, yeah.
Kimpo.
Is it Kimbo?
Kenpo.
Okay.
Kimpo. Kimbo
Okay.
is that really bad UFC fighter for like 5 minutes.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's where I got it.
Kimbo Slice.
Yeah.
A pizza.
A pizza, yeah. Okay, Corny, you mentioned the sticks as the comic book connection. Mako was in RoboCop 3, which there is a comic book for.
That's true.
Do we keep that? Do we allow that?
Actually, I was going to say, no. Well, okay, yeah, I guess so. But there's
Oh,
definitely
wait,
a video game connection.
He was in
we had
2
a-
episodes of The Incredible Hulk, so I'm going to count that.
Okay. We also had a sighting by Shane Tsung.
Yes, our Mortal Kombat connection, yeah. So
And a rare and lovely Mariska Hargitay sighting.
who has 0 lines. She doesn't speak one time, and she has 1, 2, 3. She's 5th billing.
Yeah, no, right?
There were people
I honestly thought that I had slept through something and woken up because I thought, well, I know she's in the movie, but I don't remember her saying anything.
Yeah, and it's funny. So we'll get here in a second. So Andrew, go ahead and tell us, what are we watching tonight?
Oh, well, it's a film
Sorry.
that can only be found apparently on YouTube.
Oh yeah, that's correct. So people listening at home, if you're like, you saw the download, or you heard me last week, or you didn't hear me last week, this movie's only on YouTube. So totally legal. It's on YouTube, so there's nothing illegal about it. It's only on YouTube. Whole movie, 1991's The Perfect Weapon. If I stalled enough, Andrew?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. And I just want to preface this by saying this is one of the worst IMDb plot summaries that I've ever read.
All right.
Jeff, a young delinquent, is enrolled by his father in a kenpo school in hopes of teaching the boy some self-discipline. Years later, Jeff's mentor, Kim, is being threatened by one of the Korean mafia families. Jeff tries to help his old friend, but it's too late to prevent Kim's death at the hands of an unknown hitman. Vowing revenge, Jeff takes on all the families using martial arts skills to find the man who killed his friend.
All the families? He took on one.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Kind of two.
Well, 2 being the one that was the actual bad guy, but he went into that guy's home and he was like, "Hey, I'm not the guy." Oh, my bad. Anyway,
We just happen to look alike.
yeah. So, and
I'm the stunt double.
nice. If I sound weird tonight, I've been fighting a cold. Pretty much our whole house is actually sick. My daughter Daphne had to stay home from daycare today because she had a fever yesterday. So, anyway, no one cares. So, had anyone besides me seen this movie before this viewing?
Forgot it existed.
I had never seen this before.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I almost forgot that we had to watch it this week.
Nice. You knew it was something, but nothing important. So this was a movie I might have mentioned before. This is a movie that we'll do our intros here in a second, but this was a movie that my buddy Steven and I watched a bunch when we were growing up. This was just the beginning of my 90s era movies where I just watched all of them. No, I don't own this one.
You could with the right tools.
I could, but I really don't want to. So my memory of this movie is I have 3 points of reference to this movie that whenever, years later, whenever Steve and I would make reference to Jeff Speakman in this movie, we would always remember Odd Job, as the he's technically the sub boss, but he's really the only one that's hard to kill.
He moved a car.
Yeah, he did. Where is he in the cast?
Speaking of Odd Job, I know this is off topic, I'm sorry. I've been rewatching a lot of James Bond films because they're on Amazon right now.
Uh-huh.
And there is some, I didn't realize how terrible some of the acting is in those James Bond films.
It's just the worst.
I watched Diamonds Are Forever, and it was almost torture watching that movie.
Oh, apparently I'm way wrong. That's not Odd Job. Why did I think that was Odd Job?
All Asian people look alike.
That's
Sean.
not what I'm saying.
Is that what you're trying to say to us?
No.
Because I feel like that's a little racist.
I actually did think he was Odd Job. Well, now
He's actually Jewish, and his name is
Professor Toru Tanaka. Built like the proverbial Patton tank, Professor Toru Tanaka was arguably the successor of Harold Sakata as the archetypal Asian henchman who possesses incredible strength. Okay, was he? Okay, the guy that he took over for was Odd Job. Okay, I'm serious. If you look at his picture, you kind of have to give me a little bit of.
No, yeah, I thought it was too.
Slack,
to be honest.
even though that man died the year I was born. So anyway, but no, he moved a car and he was fantastic. What was I going to say about him? I don't know. Never mind. I can't remember. Oh yeah, so I remember him right in the flower bit. You know, the kingpin where he has to throw the rose down or whatever. I remember the couch beating up scene, and for some reason it seemed way cooler than it was this time. And I remember Mariska Hargitay thinking, hey, she's kind of hot. Who is this interest? You know, this love interest. And that's all I remember from this movie. And two of the three were woefully let down in my memory. So, Andrew, please give us your initial take on this movie.
Okay. Well, like I said, had never seen this before, and am a little sad that I've seen it now.
I am sorry. This one is 100% my fault.
I honestly felt like I was watching a bad video game, and I didn't want to keep playing, but I had to because I had to beat the sub-boss, and then I had to beat the boss.
Street Fury?
Yeah. So, anyway, it's a bad movie. I mean, it's, I guess, fun to watch, but within the first 3 minutes of the film, a good 2.5 minutes of that is watching shirtless Jeff Speakman do karate in his bedroom, like I used to do when I was in middle school.
Right.
Until my mom walked in and goes, "What are you doing?" And I said, "Oh, I'm stretching, I'm working out." So from that moment on, I was a little taken out of the movie. And then the next 5 minutes are we're in his mind as he travels back in time, and he is driving down Santa Monica Boulevard, and I don't know where he is. But
Drew, what is wrong with you? Oh, Jesus. Sorry.
And so it just was a terrible movie. I could not stay focused. And like I've said before, if a movie is good, it keeps my attention. And this one did not.
Oh, my gosh. Sorry, the laughter was Andrew sent a shot in the group messaging of this martial artist dude grabbing the shit out of some other person's balls. And what is considered a move, an actual a karate move called the Invincible Armor. Oh, that's apparently a movie.
Yeah, it's the name of a movie.
But why would that be like the picture that they use? That's awful. Go Google that, ladies and gentlemen. Go Google that. Oh my goodness, corny. Were you done, Andrew? I'm sorry.
It's a bad movie. I'm done.
Okay.
Headbutting spiked balls on chains. That's what I'm reading in the description there.
Oh, I thought you meant this movie. I was like, well, there was headbutting, a death by headbutting, actually.
Crazy, right? So, yeah. I had a little bit more fun with this movie. I mean, not a lot, but just a little bit. Like, basically, he had a bad root canal, and I had a better one. They're still both root canals. It didn't have enough explosions for me to give it my 90s, 80s stamp of approval.
Did you see 2 Chainz was in this movie?
Wait, what?
Yeah, 2 Chainz was in this movie.
I saw a lot of chains.
And he sparked every time he hit.
Okay, there you go. I watched an invincible Asian man lift a car and move it off of another car after he wrecked. And at that point in time, I just said, F it, I'm out. Just stop paying attention.
No kidding.
By the way, I'd just like to point out that Jeff Speakman, although he had a quote job in construction, he didn't do anything. That beard was perfectly manicured the entire time.
It almost looked penciled.
Yeah, and he didn't shower either because he wore the same thing for days.
Yeah.
He had to be kind of sweaty, just a little bit. And then, of course, instead of putting on like some badass clothing for his final fight. He just, did the same thing and then wore a jacket over it.
Yeah, with the rolled up sleeves because we were still
'Cause,
doing that in 91.
Because 80s.
Yeah.
I don't care if it was done in the 90s. It's an 80s movie.
Oh,
I refuse to believe otherwise.
Yeah, it's an 80s
most
movie.
definitely.
Yeah.
When I watched it, I thought I didn't look at the trivia or the IMDb page, so I thought, God, this must be like from 84, 83.
Well, I mean, honestly, there's really no reason to make you think it's 1991 except
Rufio.
Rufio, yeah, because he's in Hook. I am. I'm woefully lacking in my knowledge of pop music from anything before grunge. I am. I'm sorry. So
Yeah, I thought I was watching Back to the Future for a while.
that song, I've Got the Power, isn't that?
Is that in Back to what movie is that in?
No, that's shit.
I was thinking Power Love. That's Huey Lewis. Never mind.
Yeah, it's like in so many other movies. It's an episode of Fresh Prince.
Yeah,
there
we go.
Yeah, so it was written in 1980. That song came out in 1990. So like that's really the only thing that plants it in the 90s. That song, but that song actually reminds me of Bruce Almighty, but but he's using it as like a farce, right? It's like it's a prop, right? It's a comic prop. In this movie, it's like supposed to actually denounce actual power and fear, and all I can think of is Jim Carrey walking around the street blowing wind up girls' skirts and knocking fire hydrants over. So anyway, there you go. Yeah, there you go. A little more of that. So anyway, what you were saying, Corny? Sorry.
It just got weird. And the fight I hoped would be better. He didn't use his Nightwing batons. I was for the final fight with second-rate Odd Job. And so I don't know.
Second-rate Odd Job. I feel so bad. He does look a lot like him.
I thought he was too. It makes you feel any better.
Okay, good. It actually does, honestly.
Only because you said it was Odd Job, so I never even bothered to check.
Right.
They're actually brothers.
No.
I just made that up.
I know you did.
Okay, good.
I just read his profile.
No, so that's it. I don't want to go on, but it was weird, and he didn't really prep his fights very well. He should have died, by the way. We need to talk about that.
I just realized we've seen him several times now in our pantheon of movies. He was didn't we do Last Action Hero? Did we do that for this show? I can't remember.
Yes, we did.
Time to consult the movie list. Okay, we did. So he was in that. He was also in Darkman as Chinese Warrior Number 2.
Oh yeah, now I remember.
Yeah. So anyway, there you go. And he's been in a whole bunch of other stuff, but WWE Championship Wrestling. All right. As Professor Toru Tanaka. Sorry, Tanaka, yeah.
Okay, maybe that's why he looked familiar as well, because I was really big into wrestling.
He was in Pee-wee's Big Adventure as the butler. So, and of course, he was on the A-Team. In fact, I think half of the Asian cast in this movie was on the A-Team. Because I know Mako was on the A-Team. Was James Hong? Was we are Noodle Folk? Were you in the A-Team? I just assume you were, because everyone was. He's in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Oh, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Well, then he'd be another one of our comic book references. I haven't found a Star Trek connection, but I haven't really looked either.
Holy cow!
What?
Professor Tanaka was... Damn, he did a lot of stuff.
Yeah, he did.
Pro wrestling, boxing, he's played football, soldier.
Well, and you can kind of see a couple moments in this movie when they don't ask him to do a whole lot because he probably has really bad knees. From being as big and bulky as he is. I know, because like the few times that they actually had him like get down on the ground or whatever, he had issues getting down there. So I bet you he had some bad knees. And then freaking Jeff Speakman kept kicking him, punching him in the knees and stuff, hitting him with a chain. Jeez. Anyway, anything else, Corny, you want to add to your little intro there?
Oh, no, we're good. We're go continue. I could go all day.
All right, so I mentioned earlier that this was my fault, this movie, because we talked about, somehow we got onto the subject of this movie last week or the week before, I can't remember, and then I just kind of wanted to do it, so we just threw it in the list, and I had forgotten how terrible this movie is, because again, when you're 12, watching a dude beat up other guys with sticks is kind of cool, and I think Speakman thought he was going to be the next
Chuck Norris, maybe?
Chuck Norris, yeah.
That would actually make sense.
And so here's something kind of small worldish, right? So I get on Twitter today through the podcast account and say, hey, we're doing this movie about the thing, how, whatever. And then another podcast responds and says, Jeff Speakman is great. And I said, what is he doing now anyway? And he said, well, basically he got out of acting for a while and opened up a series of kenpo schools and then got real bad in the drugs, and then now he's cleaned up and is doing some acting again. And I was like, wow, that's actually really in-depth. And he goes, yeah, I know way too much about Jeff Speakman. So
Speakman happens.
Yeah, it does. So that was actually kind of cool. So I just have to say it. I bet that he is actually a very fine martial artist, and he could probably kill the three of us. But on TV, it looks just kind of bad and slow. But that's what it was in the 90s, right? Like, that's what it was. Like 2 punches and the bad guy's down kind of stuff, right? Like we hadn't seen Rumble in the Bronx yet. We had like 3 more years before that came out. And then go ahead. Well, that was before we saw what Kung Fu was. I mean, we had Kung Fu, the TV show, and we had seen Bruce Lee in the Green Hornet movie show and some other movies, but even that's not. Even Bruce Lee's style of Kung Fu is a little bit different than like what Jackie Chan or Jet Li would eventually bring to America. But
and I was going to say with Bruce Lee and Jeet Kune Do, it was still quick strike and take the person out quickly. It wasn't. It wasn't about 30 strikes and stuff like that. It was supposed to be more efficient.
Yeah. Use your power. As few punches as you need to take out the target. You're not wrong. Maximum pain essentially. Oh geez, Andrew, what are you doing?
Pain.
Lots of pain.
Pain.
So anyway, but this movie, no, it sucks. This movie's bad. So, sorry, Andrew was distracting me. I can't look at this stuff. I'll look at this later.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are we in the middle of something?
Yeah, we are kind of doing a thing. Anyway, so this movie's bad. I think Jeff Speakman isn't a very good actor, but of all the martial art kind of actors we've seen, he's not the worst. I mean, honestly, he's not the worst.
No.
Or not even martial artists, just kind of action guys. So, I mean, he's fine, whatever. Mako, I actually really liked Mako in the movie. I forgot his real name. Or Kim. He's the kind of what kickstart the movie. Kim is good. I like him, but I like his voice, and I like him in everything he does. And it makes me sad that he passed away when he did. I'm gonna whatever. So one of my favorite shows of all time is a show called Avatar: The Last Airbender.
I've never heard of it.
Great movie, too.
Stop it. Wow, you both come swinging. I like it.
Without Sam here, we have to.
Yeah, you got to pick up the slack. No, honestly though, my wife got me that for Valentine's Day. She bought me the DVD, the entire series on DVD for Valentine's Day. How cool is that, right? So
That was pretty
I mean, I wouldn't call it cool, but whatever.
Shut up. Yes, you would. You want to come down and watch. I know you do.
Please.
Yeah. So Mako, the actor Mako, voices Uncle Iroh in that show until about halfway through season 2, and then the actor passed away. And the show actually paid tribute to him by having the character paying tribute to his son, and then at the end, the last moment, while the thing happening, it says for Mako. And when I watched that, the first time I watched that, I was a bawling mess of just crying blubber. I was just over it. I couldn't do it. So, freaking cartoon made me cry. But then again, so did the first 5 minutes of Up and the furnace scene of Toy Story 3. So, whatever.
Hey, so I laughed at that scene only because other people around me were crying, and I felt really shitty. Like, just the worst.
You should.
You were laughing kind of like at yourself or like at the scenario. You weren't laughing that the toys are about, like you weren't maniacal laughing that the toys.
No, I don't think I did that. I say I don't think I did because it's been a while. But I remember listening to people go, "Oh my god," and I was like, and I just did that, and I was like, I am just the worst.
That's funny. That's great. There's an episode of Big Bang Theory that they make reference to that where she's like, "You cried during Toy Story or something." And he's like, because like they were making fun of the fact that he didn't cry during their wedding, and she's like, "But you cried at Toy Story 3," and he's like, "They were in a furnace and they were holding hands." And I looked over at Sarah and I'm like, "Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're
I'm with you.
Yeah, I'm with you there, Leonard Hofstetter. Ooh, I'm getting used to my cough button tonight. So Andrew says this almost every time he does an intro, is that if the movie.
Hello?
Well, yeah, he does say that. We're in rare form tonight. Yeah, this is good. No, it's Andrew says if the movie held my attention, then he thinks it a good movie. I will be very honest with you. I mentioned earlier, I can't remember if it was on air or not. My daughter, yeah, it was on air. My daughter was sick, so I had to stay home. So she's taking a nap. So I'm like, hey, now I'll watch the movie. So I sat down on the couch and pulled up the movie, and I started watching it. And I fell asleep not once but twice while watching this movie. And I never do that for movies that are A, for the podcast, or B, movies that I haven't seen like in a long time. I mean, if it's a rainy Saturday and... Well, now that I have children, that doesn't really happen very often. But if before children, BC, and we all remember those days, if it was like a rainy Saturday and you put Die Hard on, yeah, I could probably take a nap. But the fact that I fell asleep twice during this movie, yeah, it says something. It couldn't hold my interest either. And again, Andrew, I was the same way. I'm like, where's Mariska Hargitay? Isn't she supposed to? She's the only woman in this universe. Like, and you couldn't give her one speaking line? Anyway.
Well, they did. You know what that line was? Dong dong.
Okay. Is that all she did?
That's all she said.
The only thing
she wrote.
The only thing she said wasn't Mariska Hargitay, it was the young version of Jill when she screams and hits young Jeff to the ground, which, by the way, you never get to hit anyone. You're just the dude at the end. Like, I guess you have to earn your right to get to the front.
It's kind of like being on a snare line. You're the guy who's the worst, so you're on the end.
Yeah.
It's musical chairs.
I get it. Yeah. That makes sense.
I didn't pick up on the fact that she was older Jill.
Oh, yeah.
Only reason why I did is because I read the...
You read the IMDb thing?
Well, no. I read her name was there, and then I thought she is the only girl that shows up.
Yeah.
Because I was waiting for a love interest to show up, and that didn't happen.
It didn't happen. And here's the real thing. And I feel, not feel bad, but I mean, she's gone on to have a really great career, and SVU is still just as strong as ever. I don't watch it anymore. My wife still does. I watched a little bit with her the other night. But I can't watch that show just because it's too real and too creepy and too lawyery. I don't like lawyers. Sorry if you're
This is
listening.
that one where
lawyer,
they did this sound guy who worked for a college, and
no,
his friend kept showing up at his house trying to murder him.
Yeah. Yeah, it's coming next week, actually. No, but the only scene she has in the movie, right, where she greets him at the door and she gives him a little smile. I mean, like, literally, she's just there for eye candy, right? But then she goes and she shuts the doors as if to kind of close the movie. She looks directly into the camera. And I thought,
she does.
You're not supposed to do that. Like,
it turns into a zombie movie after that, and that's how the beginning starts.
It changes the movie completely because then it becomes like a joke, right? If she looks at the camera and then winks, and it's like, oh, are the two of those men about to do something very different? You know, it's like, you know, this changes now, but
I just like the movie better now. If I take it as a comedy, it's almost enjoyable.
It could be, I guess. I don't know. Let me ask you this. Other than the fact that the Rufio kid was super annoying in this movie, but when you guys saw James Hong, right? We all know James Hong. You know,
I know the folk.
Oops, sorry. That guy. He as soon as you saw him on TV on the screen, you're like, oh, he's the bad guy, right? No one thought that.
I didn't until.
Yeah.
Wait, was it the first time when he was in the when he met him? Said, "Hey, I'm his friend."
Yeah,
talking the
and let's go into my limo.
Oh yeah, I was like, yeah, no noodle person has a limo. That's
right.
It's not okay.
Well, he eventually admits that he's one of the family. He's one of the houses, right? And he admits it. So, but as soon as I saw him on screen, I'm like, oh, he's the bad guy. There's no way you get James Hong, even in 1991, just to be the messenger to get him to do the other thing.
That's actually fair. I was also thinking that he has to take care of a panda, and you know, that immediately makes you, you know, important.
He does have to take care of a panda, put pants on him, and what else does he have to do? He has to. I don't know. I'm looking. I don't know. I apparently that's the only clip of his that I got from.
Son of a bitch must pay.
So there you go. Sorry. I apologize if before my pulling of clip was late. It's going to be way late now because I don't have my computer that has any of my audio clips on it, so I have to pull all of them manually from a hard drive.
Oh, that's
yeah, it's the only way to do it right now.
That ain't what you want.
No, it's not. But you know, like
Don't panic. It's only me, Gracie Law.
There you go. There she is. So anyway, sorry, I'm done.
Oh God.
Oh wait. Hold on. Oh, I can put this back in. Yay! Sorry. Wait, hold on. Sorry, doing this on the fly.
We're getting close, real close. And now for some more bad news. Ready?
Yay! I have to edit it again, but I have it. Sorry. It's the little things in life. Sorry. So anyway, this movie sucked. Sorry. I'm all over the map. All
right, that's it, folks. Have a good night.
I need Sam here to smack me or something. The little brother bit kind of annoyed me because I felt like there was never any payoff. I don't know. It just first of all, the dad, what an asshole, right? Like,
yeah, really.
He beat up one jerk football player who bitch slapped his little brother,
who deserved it.
Yeah, like. And second of all, you're telling me that he has the force with tennis shoes and mom jeans to kick that guy in the helmet of a football player, and he almost killed him? Like,
Kenpo ain't no joke.
I understand Kenpo is a thing.
I'm kidding. That's not a
thing. But I get that it's a martial art. But we're still talking about an 18-year-old muscles. You know what I'm saying? Like 16-year-old, 17-year-old. Like, he's not grown man dude with strong, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Man,
he was all hopped up on Mountain Dew.
He's going to come at him like a spider monkey.
Shut your face, Chip.
So anyway, I just thought that was whatever. But he kicks him out after one fight. I don't want Andrew growing up. Andrew, is that his name? I forgot his name. Whiny kid. Might as well have been Luke Skywalker.
But I want to go to Tashi.
Yeah. But Dad, I want to grow up to be a cop just like you. Anyway, he was a bad. I don't know. He annoyed me. He was a bad cop. There's almost no likable characters in the movie. I don't know. It's bad acting everywhere. It's real dumb. You want to know the part that pissed me off the most? I mean, I don't know if you want to try to make this a guessing game, but shit, the part that just I've made this claim in many movies, right? When I get really mad when the director assumes that we're stupid, the audience. There's a moment in the movie that they do that real big. Can you guys guess off the top of your head? Can you guess? What part of the movie did the director look at us and go, people are stupid. They won't know that's... I'm throwing this at you on the fly. I know. I just want to see you guys.
The beginning of the movie?
No. That's fine. It's fine. It's whatever. He's doing his workout. Whatever. William Sadler did it naked in the beginning of Die Hard 2. I'm okay with that.
I'm at a loss.
So when he goes and when James Hong says, "Hey, Sam over there, he's the bad guy, right? And he lives in this fortress and he owns the hotel, and on the top floor you got to blah blah blah." That elevator was 1,000% fake. It was being hoisted by a rope. Like, is this the 1600s? I mean,
actually okay.
What are we doing?
I didn't notice
here?
that, but now I'm thinking about it. I'm like, yeah, I see what you mean.
It was a piece of drywall that extended over the edge of the building, right? And it was literally rope. He grabbed it at one point and it wobbled, right? And when they go to he's in the building, right, and goes through the elevator, it's a door you opened. Like, clearly it was just a supply closet or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, that they dressed to make look like an elevator. And I couldn't, like, take anything that was happening seriously at that point. Because I thought, did the director really think, well, we need him to get onto the roof of the building, and an exterior shot of an elevator would be cool, but we don't have buildings like that we can actually film at in whatever city we're being filmed in.
You're telling me that rather than using a real elevator and just going down to the Holiday Inn Express and filming inside the hotel, that he wants to fake an outdoor elevator using a supply closet door?
I mean, I'm serious. Like,
the 90s were a crazy time. No. Sorry, it was a different time.
Shit.
Yeah, you're not gonna find that one.
That one's buried somewhere.
Good luck, a-hole.
Challenge accepted.
And by the way, at the 33 to 35 minute mark in our 74th episode, you can get a chattism that I think you need.
What?
I was going back through old episodes, and you were talking about finding which phrase of his was a different, or no, not a different time.
I'll allow it.
I'll allow it. Yeah, I think he does one there.
Okay.
It was a different time.
There you go. I have none of them. So they filmed this whole thing in L.A. apparently. So, oops, wrong one. I didn't mean to click on that. Filming locations. He just says
in 1985, right?
Yeah.
Santa Monica Boulevard.
Yeah. So.
No,
it literally just says filming locations, Los Angeles, California. There's no link. That's it.
Oh, good. All of Los Angeles.
Right.
Just
Yeah, just all of it. All of the videotapes.
And then they made Escape from L.A.
Right. Where everybody had to get away from this movie. Rufio, he was there, and he was annoying. I don't know why he seems less annoying in Hook, but I haven't watched Hook in a while, so maybe he'll be just as annoying then. But
No.
He's just a little jerk here. That's
the acting is not any better in this movie or in Hook than it is in this movie.
All right, well then that's good.
I watched the way that he delivered his lines because Hook was a favorite of mine growing up.
Wait, wasn't he in? Holy crap! He was Prince Zuko in Airbender. Wow, I actually like him a lot more now.
In the movie?
No, then I like the actor now. He was he was in Ultimate Spider-Man. He wasn't Spider-Man. He was in Final Fantasy 13. Yeah, he was Prince Zuko. Okay, well, I'll take some of what I said about you. I'll take back some of the things I said about you because I think your Zuko is actually really good. So there you go. But in this movie, you suck. So you learned how to act later on. Well, maybe voice acting's better, easier for some people than acting in front of a camera. I don't know. But wasn't he in that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie too? Or no, I'm thinking of another whiny kid. Okay, never mind.
No.
Okay, good.
as long as you don't call him Short Round, I think we're all okay.
Oh, Short Round.
Mr. Jones.
Yeah.
You know, I've called my youngest son, Short Round since he was born.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And because he is short and round, and he didn't understand why I called him that. And the other day I was watching Indiana Jones, and then we had the little Lego game, and they wanted to play it, and I said, yeah, sure, as long as you're Short Round. And so I had to introduce him to the character.
Nice.
I hate you, Dad.
The sound design in this movie was terrible. I mean,
the Foley work was amazing.
Gosh, it was awful. I mean, just like the slightest punch was like 16 carrots being broken in half, and
hey, man, that's pure '80s gold right there.
It really is. It was so bad. And I wrote, that's cold. The little brother is an asshole. First, he blames Jeff for Kim's death, and then after he gets bitch slapped, he pulls a gun. Like, what a douche. I'm just going to say it. That's your brother. You don't pull a gun on your brother. Just don't do it.
Well, you obviously don't have a brother.
You don't. Well, you're right. I am an only child, so what do I know? But, and in fairness,
I saw that and I was like, man, why would you do that? And I thought, no, shit, my brother would do that. Hell yeah, he would.
It's also L.A.
Yeah, okay, fine.
It's a different time.
I do. I stand corrected. Pull a gun all you want to. It's fine. I wrote, where was Oddjob hiding? Because when they was at the club, when he was there beating people up, I mean, he came out of nowhere real quick, and it's not like you can exactly hide that man. But whatever, fine. And then I wrote, the car on that car carrier. Like, when that car hit that car carrier, that thing flew off like it was on a spring.
There was no explodium, but
well, we needed not to have explodium, right? Because Oddjob needed to push the other car off, like deadlift from a seated position.
If you, sorry, continue. I'm going to pull up a clip, and I didn't know if you'd heard this too, but keep going.
Well, the other thing that they needed to hammer in that this man was an impressive physical specimen is that then he took 50,000 volts of electricity and he pulled the things out of his body, and then they hit him again before he went down, and then he got in the back of that cop car and broke the cage.
Yeah.
With one punch. I mean, crap. So anyway,
I can't find a short clip, but I was going to go. Yeah, if you listen very closely, you just hear him going, Kaioken times 4.
Right, yeah. And then the car glows red, and yeah. It's Corn. As funny as that is to you and me, Andrew, I have no clue if you ever watched the Dragon Ball Z. I know that Sam didn't, and so Corny and I would reference it just to piss off Sam.
Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Chad, and when it was Chad, Corny, and myself, we would just like make all these references to Dragon Ball Z, and Sam's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. And we're like, ha ha ha.
The only reference I have to it is I called it Dragon Balls.
Nice.
And you should have.
Well, there are Dragon Balls in there. Not that they are.
I just put the Z on. I thought it was a gangsta type anime.
No.
Nice.
Yeah, these be Dragon Balls, yo. That's as close as I get.
The hell was that?
I don't know, dude. I'm sorry.
That was the whitest yo I've ever heard in my life.
Well, you know.
Chad has said it too, so
yeah.
God rest his soul.
God rest his soul. Hey, it was his birthday actually yesterday too. So, or
Speaking
would have been.
Speaking of explodium,
yeah. The only explosion in the movie.
The one, I guess, is an explosion. Okay, he throws a knife into a tank of something.
Yeah.
Propane or something, supposedly.
Yeah.
And it causes steam to come out.
Right.
When he yanks it out, and then a chain, which is thrown against it, causes a spark that ignites the fuel. I literally laughed out loud when I heard, or when I saw
too.
that.
I guess that makes us in unison, and I laughed for several reasons. One, propane doesn't have a look to it. Like you can't see it as a cloud. Clearly, it was, and clearly, what happened is that someone told the director that, like, you do know that propane is colorless, right? And so he's like, all right, then let's put a fogger in the machine. We'll put a fogger behind it so that we can see that he's being, encased in this chemical, this fuel. And then they had already shown us several times that the chain was doing some major sparking, like Mighty Morphin Power Ranger, ow, I'm losing my sparks kind of a thing on objects. And so when he saw that piece of chain over there, he chucked it over there and made the Sparky go boom. I will say this, though. For this,
made the Sparky go boom. Please capture that.
Sorry. I'm actually not on any kind of medicine tonight, I promise. I should be. I really should be. Though if I were on NyQuil, I wouldn't do well with NyQuil. I mean, if I took NyQuil like 15 minutes before we started recording, I'd be fine. But after about an hour, my fingers and toes go numb. I'm serious.
Damn.
I'm serious.
That's not healthy.
It's so weird. That's why I don't do NyQuil.
You don't do it like it's heroin.
I don't know.
I don't do NyQuil anymore.
Well, yeah, I gave it up. No, it's like what did he call it? He called it methamphetamine in the movie. I even captured that. That was weird. Methamphetamine. I've never heard that before. Maybe that's
that harder shit.
Well, I mean, maybe that's what it's supposed to be called, but I've only ever heard meth.
Like cocaine.
1-800
my cocaine.
My cocaine.
My cocaine.
Yeah, that is what last week's episode was named.
Michael Caine with a stutter.
My cocaine.
Anyway, what was I saying? Oh no, I actually thought the explosion looked pretty good. For they did light a dude on fire, right? So that was a cool stunt. And
I'm sorry, I laughed because when I saw him reach for the 3 links of chain, I mean, literally, there's 3 links there.
Yeah.
I thought, surely to God, they're not going to have him throw this and hit the guy in the head.
Oh.
Because I thought that's what was going to happen, that he was going to hit him in the forehead and then he would pass out. I was like, if this is a David Goliath story,
but no,
and we're just going to distract him with fog so I can hit him in the head with a chain.
No, instead he lights that dude up. And it's so funny. He's like, I'm not going to kill James Hong, but this mother effer I'll kill painfully with fire. I mean, it's crazy.
Ain't killing him.
All right, so this movie. What was I thinking? Mortal Kombat, yes. That was a bad elevator. Shoot the cop? What? What did he do with the gun? Shoot the cop. Oh, right. So after Oddjob, right, he picks up the car, right? And then they tase him, right? So they tase him, and then he gets put in the back of the cop car, and then he breaks out, right? He goes back over to the car, and he picks up the guy's gun, and he's got it like upside down in his hand, and it's like he's squeezing, and then there's a gunshot, and then he leaves. What happened?
Yeah, I thought he might have shot him in the head, and I thought, wow, that got dark real quick.
Right, but then the brother's fine. He's just got a scratch and a broken arm, and like, are we thinking that maybe he bent the gun and then fired around in the bent gun, and therefore the gun was inoperable? Like, did he pull a Luke Cage?
Oh.
I don't know, because it was so far off camera, you couldn't see what was happening. I mean, crap, for all I know, that's what it sounds like when he farts. I mean, I don't know. I mean, he was straining pretty hard, so. And then the last note that I wrote, other than is that he's cold-blooded, he did at least 5 nut shots in the movie, is without doing any research. So I didn't look it up until literally about 4 minutes ago. Walker, Texas Ranger was after this movie. So I have, and I don't know enough about Chuck Norris to know that if he did action movies before this movie in cowboy boots. Corny, can you shed any light on this?
All of his previous movies, he did, the Delta Force series, and before that was his fight with Bruce Lee. But that wasn't a thing until
that was not a thing.
Yeah.
So like I knew he did Way of the Dragon. So like the Delta Force was 86. I'm looking at some pictures here of him. That's a really bad whatever. Yeah, all the pictures are of like screenshots from the movie, and then so not helpful at all. Anyway, I was just wondering because I just kind of feel like if you're going to storm the castle, right? Jeff Speakman's mission here is at the end is he gears up, right? So we have I got to pull my A-Team clip. Hold on. We have a montage of him getting geared up, right? And he's getting geared up with his sticks and his knives and whatever. I don't think you would intentionally wear cowboy boots.
Unless those are the shoes that are comfortable, and
it just doesn't seem. It just doesn't seem whatever. It's fine. It's just weird. I just didn't know if he was basically channeling Chuck Norris. That was basically my point. So the fact that the Walker Texas Ranger started 2 years after this leads me to believe that maybe this was just his thing. I mean, and I don't. For all I know, he was the first martial artist to wear cowboy boots. I don't know. Maybe Chuck Norris was like, "Hey, that Jeff Speakman guy's got something going on."
I was gonna say maybe Steven Seagal did, because.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see him ponytail and cowboy.
I don't know. With as many strange customs as he tries to be a part of.
Yeah, I
could see him doing that.
You do? I actually see him not doing it for the simple fact that he kind of he can. I don't know if he actually is or not, and if he actually is Native American, then great.
I actually don't wear shoes.
But
I haven't worn shoes in 45 years.
My feet are shoes.
My feet are shoes.
He's like a hobbit.
And now that I'm a cop, I can chase down the bad guys with no shoes on.
Apparently, when I type in Steven Seagal, the there he is. Apparently, PHEN. Anyway.
That's Stefan.
Yeah, so you got Above the Law, Under Siege. So like these movies, he's still making movies.
Well, I mean,
the one that 2016 was the Perfect Weapon.
Yeah. He was referred to as the director. I wonder what that movie, if that has any in the not so distant future. Or were you going to do it?
No, I was going to say, so guys, I'm going to direct this movie, and my character, I want you to call me the director. Nobody will know the difference.
Yeah. Under Siege, I think either Under Siege is probably my favorite of his. Actually, I like that movie. Or have I seen Above the Law? I can't remember. Either way. But Under Siege, he definitely wouldn't have been wearing cowboy boots because he's on a Navy. He's a Navy officer. He's a cook. So anyway, it's fine. That was a weird rabbit hole. Anyway, cowboy boots. Then the last thing I wrote was, I'll say this about Jeff. Oh no, I already said that. Why do people get so close to other martial arts peoples with guns? Like, Shang Tsung is a guy with a gun. You don't need to be 6 inches away from him. That's how they do the thing where they turn around and hit you with the arm and then the gun fight, whatever. The reason why you have a gun is that you can hurt people at a distance. You should always stay like 16 feet away.
What does Elliot say? Guns only have a 22-foot area of efficacy.
Yeah, and there's a show, a Criminal Minds episode where the guy does the same thing. Like they go to the Navajo Indian reservation in the southwestern part of the country, and there was a murder spree happening, and the local agent didn't carry a gun. He only carried a knife, and he says guns are only effective up to 16 or past 16 feet. If you're closer than 16 feet, then I can win. And basically his argument was is that he can close the distance, draw his knife, and kill you before you can draw your weapon, aim, and fire.
Is he a Halo player? Or, Black Ops player?
I mean...
He does have sticky grenades.
Beats and sticks.
Boots and pants.
And boots and pants. So my point is that, whenever it's... And why did he want... Okay, this is the creepy, gross part of the movie. When he was like, brains on me. And he makes him like what is happening? Does you want him to shoot so that the brain matter goes on your face? Like, is this...
I thought I misheard what he said because I heard that and I was like, surely that's not what he said. And then he said, don't call me Shirley.
Yeah. It was gross. I'm like, is this some kind of weird fetish? James Hong? I don't know. It's just, it was...
Maybe the guy's name was Brains.
I don't know. I don't know. It was weird. So anyway.
He even sounds like a goose.
He does sound like a goose. Oh, I wish I'd captured more from him from that movie. Oh, well, it's fine. That's all I got. Tropes, I wrote martial arts training intro, flashback montage. I'm going to come down on you like a ton of bricks. I hate dialogue like that. It just pisses me off. You break the button to stop a thing, you shoot the button to stop the elevator, or in this case, break the fake button to stop the fake elevator. The only movie that ever did this right, and it made me, we did for the show, was in the Paycheck movie, not Payback, but Paycheck, when she picks up the wrench to break the door lock, and he goes, no, if you just break the lock, they can still get in. You have to jam the lock, and then he pulls out a thing and jams the lock. Like, oh, look, somebody using science. Cops are bad drivers in all these action movies. Gosh, they're bad drivers. A gearing up montage, and recently added stick ex machina. There you go. That's it. Any other things we want to add to that? Because that's a pretty good list of tropes there.
Not a trope, but remember when I said earlier that he should have died already?
Who?
When he gets knocked out by that bottle, and he's about to get the punch of death.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden he just shows up in the place delivering that dragon. I figured they should just take him outside and beating him to death.
Well, again, all I could think of is Master Ping, which is the name that he uses in Kung Fu Panda. It's the name of the goose. I forgot his name. James Hong. Gosh. He wanted him alive so that he could, assassinate the other three triad, or the other three, not triads, but the other three houses, so that he could, gain control.
Oh yeah, good point.
So he needed him alive, because he was obviously silhouetted man. He was obviously. I don't know which was better, your version or my version, Corny. That was pretty good. There you go. So,
Huh?
yeah, that's pretty good. I like it. Can't tell the difference. All right, you ready for clips from this movie?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah!
Yes.
Here we go. I captured this because one, it was it.
You say craptured? Because I like that term.
Craptured, yeah. That's the only way you can describe this movie. I craptured all over it. This was What's Going On. It's when he's doing that fight at the beginning of the movie. And, like, he's only kicked, like, one guy, and he decides to stop to try to have a conversation when the other guys are still clearly viable fighters.
What's going on here?
There you go. I had all those other sound effects because I thought they were kind of funny. Here's that guy. I've seen him in a bunch of other stuff. He was the Asian cop, Clyde Custic. I don't know.
Cumberbatch.
He's our Star Trek connection. Duh. Yeah. He was on TNG for a lot.
Huh?
Yeah, he was. I promise. Anyway, he said this.
It's always connected to the Hirapong network.
Hirapong?
Yes, methamphetamines. It's a bestseller for the Korean mafia.
Methamphetamine. Never heard that before, but I believe you. I just never heard of it. Really bad.
You mean autoerotica?
Oh, one of the best lines from Jurassic Park. Thank you, Jurassic Park. Are these all? Did I capture that? I don't remember. I don't remember anything.
With a line like that, you might as well start calling it Jurassic Park.
Nice.
Hold on to your butts.
No, that wasn't it.
That is one big pile of shit.
No, I guess not.
Did you get the racist clip?
Oh, I'm not there yet. I get in there.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that one.
So I mentioned just a second ago, I hate stuff like this.
Okay. You cannot handle this by yourself, and what's more, if you try to, not care if you're my brother or not, I'm going to come down on you like a ton of bricks.
That's right. Now, listen again. To me, and this is the whole, what did he say? It sounds like I care if you're my brother or not. Wouldn't it be I don't care?
Okay. You cannot handle this by yourself, and what's more, if you try to, not care if you're my brother or not, I'm going to come down on you like a ton of bricks.
I care if you're my brother or not?
It could be, I don't know.
Okay. You cannot handle this by yourself, and what's more, if you try to, not care if you're my brother.
I care?
If you try to, not care if you're my brother or
I don't
know. Whatever. It's dumb. No one said, hey, director, no, I don't know what he said. Can we? I mean, that's where the sound guy has to say, he screwed up the line. We need to do that again. But maybe the director, I don't even know who the director is. We haven't even talked about that.
Steven Seagal.
Director Mark DeSalle.
Man, wouldn't that be a
Wait a
twist?
minute. Mark DeSalle. He did 2 movies. This movie and Kickboxer.
Okay.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
Well, Kickboxer is actually not a bad movie. He was in Bloodsport as a producer or as an actor. He produced Bloodsport, Kickboxer, Death Warrant, The Perfect Weapon, Street Night. He took 11 years. He took 21 years off, and then did something called The 4-Minute Mile, Mother's Day, and he's doing something now called Notorious Nick. And Nick Newell, a one-armed MMA fighter, gets a rare chance to fight for the lightweight championship. All right, well, good for you.
A 21-year hiatus.
Yeah, from 93 to 2014.
It's quite a little jump there.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he just decided to do his own.
He's like, I'll never direct again, and then they called his bluff, and he's like, all right, guys, I'm coming
Well, he's not
back.
even directing; he's just producing it. I mean,
Oh.
So anyway,
Maybe he won the lottery. He got some money.
All that Kickboxer and Perfect Weapon money. I want to know how much money this movie made. Do we want to guess?
At least $1.
At least $1. You are correct, sir. I only have
Sam.
I only have one number. So, anybody want to guess the budget?
Including the royalties from YouTube?
Well, no, it doesn't have that. I mean,
70,000.
The budget, $75,000? No, that's way more.
Oh, the budget for that perfectly manicured beard, at least $2 million.
All right. It was a $10 million budget. So.
What?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got to pay people.
$3 million went to that beard.
You gotta pay Mariska Hargitay to not talk, and you gotta pay Oddjob to get blown up. So it was
Benny.
Yeah, and Uncle Benny, yeah. So no, not Uncle Benny.
Benny and the Jets.
Uncle Benny from Lethal Weapon. That was a different guy.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. This domestic gross.
It's fly lice, you prick.
Yeah. Domestic gross was $14 million. So, hey, made money.
That's bullshit.
So, anyway, there you go. That's according to boxofficemojo.com. Anyway, so there you go. Next clip. Here you go.
Come on, white boy.
That's right. That's what Corny says to me every time I see him.
That's not true.
I'm sorry. I had to say it. That's not true at all.
Come on, white boy.
You called me much worse. I'm just teasing.
Oh, God. Thanks, Sam.
Play that one more time.
Yeah, sure.
Come on, white boy.
It almost sounds like a redneck in the mountains of North Carolina. It doesn't sound like
someone from Koreatown.
Someone from Koreatown.
Come on, white boy.
Come on, white boy. I'll make you squeal like a pig. Yeah, you're not wrong. You got a purty mouth.
Come on, white boy.
There you go. All right, here we go. Rufio.
Everybody in Koreatown knows Young killed Kim, Dick. Tracy.
So I now have
Dick.
Forever.
Dick.
There you go.
So Sam's not gonna listen to this episode, right?
Probably
yeah.
not.
I'm assuming so. Can you just put that as his middle name, no matter what movie we watch next week?
Sam.
Dick.
Vector. Okay. Roll credits.
He can never be blamed. No evidence. No proof. Just some crazy stranger. The perfect weapon.
He said it. He said it.
Hey, did you touch your nose when that happened? Because that's what I do whenever I hear the title of the movie.
No, I laugh out loud, though.
I normally take a shot.
So you always have just one prepared? Because usually you don't say it more. You don't do it more than once unless, you know.
Well, it's a good way to moderate.
I mean, unless you're watching The Matrix. Are you going to go into I mean, if you did that for The Matrix, you would be plastered. Like, you'd be
accepted.
Yeah, well.
It's the one movie that I couldn't walk away from.
Right, exactly. I mean, I'm sure there's other ones, right? I mean, like, maybe Sandlot, right? They talk about the Sandlot a lot, right? I'm trying to think of other movies where Apollo 13. Right, but they say it a couple times, maybe 4 or 5 times.
Couple times.
Maybe not a lot. But it's a 3-hour movie, so you got plenty of chances to sober up.
Ghostbusters?
Yeah, who are you going to call Ghostbusters? Every time they sing that damn song, you got to take a shot. And when the grumpy receptionist answers the phone. Ghostbusters,
I think
what do you
came
want?
up with a new game to play on our next live podcast.
I don't like this at all, but okay.
Hey, you just want to come up with a word and we challenge each other to see how many times we can say it.
I like this.
Take shots. We haven't done a game that Sean was unaware of in quite a long time.
Well, yeah, that was usually a thing that you and Chad did. So
it's true.
You've lost your partner in crime. May he rest in peace.
I'm not dead, you ales.
We can start it back right meow.
Well, in fairness, we could do one that Sam wouldn't be aware of because, again, he's not going to listen to this episode. Plotting and scheming against our fourth member of the show. This is great. This is how we roll on Cheapseat Reviews.
No, man. He normally does listen.
Well, I don't think he does. I mean, shoot, I don't. So, I don't listen to our show. I'll listen to about once. Honestly, I'll listen about one every maybe 20 episodes, just to.
How do you think we have so many downloads?
Because of you guys?
It's just Sam.
Well, I mean, it could be. I listen to about every 20 or so to see kind of what the audio sounds like, what the quality is, and to see if I'm saying dumb things over and over again, like saying or like or anything else that I just repeat, and I think, man, that's really annoying. I wouldn't want to listen to an hour and a half of that. Hold this.
Hold this.
Hold my beer.
Thanks.
He says things. So I captured that not just for the hold this, and he stabs him in the leg with the knife, which was kind of funny, actually. But then he kicked him with his booted foot, and it made a squishy noise. All right, so listen to the squishy noise.
Hold this.
All right, so he stabbed him in the leg. So then the next thing we hear is him kicking him in the head.
Thanks.
That's a kick to the head.
Thanks.
Like, gross. Ugh. I mean, like, there should have been blood everywhere or something. I don't know. Kicking watermelons. And there's this moment.
Was that a chicken?
It did sound like one. So we now have. There you go. We got them both.
Got a goose, got a chicken.
I mean, it does sound like a chicken. It's so weird. There you go. That's it. That's all for clips.
We're getting close, real close. And now for some more bad news. Ready?
Haha.
You didn't get the clip I thought you would get.
Oh, which one?
It was about the, you've never been Korean before.
No, I didn't get that one.
I forget the whole line, but I laughed out loud. I don't remember what it was.
Mako said it, I think, didn't he?
Yeah.
The Mako. That's a stupid moniker.
Kim said it.
Oh my gosh, Corny. I just about did a spit take all over my laptop.
You're welcome.
I was drinking water. You saw me on the camera, too. Oh, you bastard.
Actually, I wasn't paying attention. I'm sorry.
Oh, man. Should a leverage reference be added to the bingo card?
It's starting to be.
It happens at least once an episode.
It does feel like that. They call me the Mako.
Such a good.
What's AKA? What's his name? Mr. Limpet. Kafilka Fish.
Gefilte fish.
I love that one. That's such a good episode. It's one of my favorites. All right, trivia. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. There were 4 pieces of trivia on IMDb for this movie.
I'm surprised it was that much.
And I didn't go digging any more to look because I didn't want to. So, star Jeff Speakman signed a multi-picture deal at Paramount. One of the two planned movies was going to be a sequel to this film. Another script Paramount optioned about a cop fighting a terrorist. After Paramount deal fell through, that script went on to Fox and became the 1994 blockbuster Speed. Jeff Speakman was supposed to be in Speed. Oops.
Oh, that would have been terrible.
Well, no, you're right. I think Keanu
because he was slow. You know, he would have been like, we have to keep the bus above 50.
Yeah, and he's in those mom jeans. And then the only other one I captured just because of the reference was 4 of the actors from this movie: Mako, Donnie Brasco, who was Rufio, James Hong, and Clyde Costanza would work together in Avatar: The Last Airbender in the episode The Storm, in which all 4 characters voiced in that particular episode. That's it. That's the only trivia there is for the movie. Recasting. Do we want to recast this movie? I mean, do we care enough about the movie to want to recast it? I mean,
I don't know enough Korean, Asian actors to do this.
Well, I mean, most of those actors, I mean, I think Mako is actually Japanese-American, and I know Shang-Su, dude, is Japanese-American. So I don't think that matters, because we're Americans. If they're Asian, you can pretty much be anything from Russian to Japan and anything in between.
Yeah, that's very true. So in that case, then, no, I don't want to I don't want this movie ever to show up again. So no.
Well, I mean, let me just ask the question: what white guy out there is doing karate that we care about?
Jason Statham.
Okay, so we went. He actually could do this. As soon as you said that, I could see a Jason Statham remake of this movie. Totally.
Oh, it would be bananas. Could you imagine that dock scene?
Well, no, Steven Seagal's too fat and slow. I don't want him in anything. But Statham is still doing action movies and doing good ones. Good-ish ones, like the new Mechanic movie or whatever. I mean, I would be good with that. Hell, shit, let's make friggin' John Wick 3 be this version. I mean, let's make Keanu Reeves do it. I mean, anyway, speaking of a friend of mine went and saw John Wick 2 and said it was as good as the first.
Ooh,
so
tasty.
That gives me some high hope.
Yeah,
I hope
it's John Wick to work. No, anyway, I actually
put a bang bang here and a bang bang there.
Actually, Corny, I'm gonna be honest with you. I actually watched John Wick again this past week.
Good for you.
I was when I was getting ready to watch this movie, I was like, I'm just gonna push it off until late as I can, and so I decided to during my lunch breaks Monday and Tuesday to watch John Wick instead of this movie. So, and it was just happenstance that my daughter was sick and I could stay home and watch it today.
Just wanted to see some Taekwondo.
I just wanted to see a good revenge movie that actually
nice. I like that. Thank you.
Yeah, just because John Wick is so good.
Taekwondo.
It's well, the gun kata, right? We had that in the thing, whatever that movie was called.
Shit ass movie.
Yeah, it wasn't very good, but I liked the gun kata stuff. I thought that was actually kind of neat.
You would, yeah.
And an otherwise not a good movie. So we're gonna recast this movie with Jason Statham, and then a bunch of other Asian people.
What's his face from Ip Man?
Oh, okay. So
Donnie Yen.
Donnie Yen. But who's he playing? Is he playing the?
I don't know. He just needs to be in the movie.
Is he playing? Is he playing that guy or? Or is he the?
Could be the
sub boss?
The boss.
I would love to see actually make him the boss, and have Donnie Yen fight Jason Statham. That would actually be a fight worth watching. Okay, now I'm excited about this movie. I wish it was real. I would watch that. That would be good. Damn. All right, Paramount, we got a movie idea for you. There we go. That's it. Moving on. Top three. We decided to just keep the theme and say white boy kick flicks. Because
80s kick flick films.
Yeah, 80s. Well, I mean, gosh.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
No, I know you are, but like, I mean, this is going to sound racist, but had we embraced Asian culture enough? Because honestly, from what I remember reading, again, we were too young to really remember the 80s other than, hey, look, there's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Transformers.
Yeah, Transformers. Like, Americans were kind of afraid of Asia, like Japanese American, culture, because they were kind of taking over a lot of stuff and buying businesses and putting out, like, there, we used to make electronics in this country, and then Japan came around and said, nope, we're gonna, like Zenith used to be was an American company, and it's dead, and RCA I think exists in name only. So anyway, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Were we embracing? I mean, in the 80s, what we had Bruce Lee movies, but weren't they made in China and then dubbed over here? I mean,
sure.
I don't know.
Some, yes.
I mean,
I think some of the early ones were, and then.
I mean, Enter the Dragon might have been Hollywood. I don't think many of them were. Now, that was obviously 60s. I know it was the 60s, not the 80s. But my point is I don't know if we were watching a lot of being filmed here, those types of movies. So, I mean, so Corny, your joke might be appropriate, though, when I say white boy kick flicks and you say 80s kick flicks, they're probably kind of one and the same, right?
That might be.
So anyway, Andrew, you're a white boy kick flick, sir.
Okay. I'm going to go with number 3, Sidekicks, with Chuck Norris and some little girly boy.
Oh, it's Jonathan Brandis.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Oh, he was in that great TV show called Sequest. It was
Yeah,
the
there
Star
you go.
Trek
Oh,
of the
yeah.
ocean. And they had a talking dolphin.
Yeah.
I can't do it often. Okay.
With the captain was what was from Bad Hat Harry, Jaws. Schneider, Schroeder, what's his name?
It wasn't the guy from Enterprise. Sam. What's his name?
I don't know.
The guy that used to be in Quantum Leap.
No, he was not on that.
Okay.
Michael Ironsides came in like the 3rd or 4th season. Blair Underwood, I think, was in that show.
Oh shit, Blair Underwood.
I think so. I think he was the like the first mate, like the what's he called? The number 1. You have the con. Nope, I'm wrong. His name is Don Franklin. So he's an African American who looks like.
Oh, you're just.
Oh man,
it's Central Africa all over.
You're the worst kind of person.
I really am. He kind of looks like him.
I bet you laughed during the Toy Story 3
stop it.
furnace scene.
Wait, that was somebody else.
You terrible human being.
Okay, seriously, look up Don Franklin and don't tell me he looks like Blair Underwood.
I won't.
Because if you admit it, then you. Okay, sorry. Sequest. Oh, Andrew, you weren't done.
Okay, so number 3 was Sidekicks. Number 2,
which has Mako.
Is going to be. I lost my number 2. I wrote it down.
Don't you hate it when that happens?
I'm literally gonna have to get up and go look.
I'm telling you, man, they are.
I'm gonna see this and know
they
exactly what it is.
They could be related.
This is yeah, number 2, Surf Ninjas.
Oh, Surf Ninjas. Didn't Surf Ninjas have Rob Schneider in it?
Yeah, he's the white guy.
Yeah, but he's not. Well, yeah, but doesn't he do the line where he's like, "Don't make me get up and beat you with the leg that no longer works"? Doesn't he say that?
Yes.
It's a hopping man.
Yeah, really. Okay, keep going.
And then number 1, Beverly Hills Ninja with Chris Farley.
Chris Farley. Oh my gosh, Surf Ninjas. I used to watch this movie all the time too. Yeah, it's Rob
also
Schneider.
available on YouTube.
Oh, of course it is. Of course it is. Now wait a minute. Hold on. Surf Ninjas. Wait. Now that's the guy from. Isn't that the guy from the movie that I thought? Yeah. What am I trying to say? Come on, somebody help me. He's from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 movie.
Yeah. No, I know
which
which guy you're talking about.
The
Pizza
guy,
delivery guy.
the Kino. Isn't his name Kino?
Kino. Yeah.
He's the one that comes in and whines, and then he discovers the turtles because they're really terrible at hiding, because they're ninjas. You know, they're bad at hiding. Anyway, I'm actually looking for the scene. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm looking for the scene when Rob Schneider says the line. I can't find it. Surf Ninjas. Rob Schneider. There we go. Oh my lord. I had forgotten how bad this is. Surf Ninjas, money can't buy knives. What?
What? No.
Anyway, sorry. Okay, so Corny, your turn. That's a good list. That's a fantastic list.
All right. So my number 3 is Way of the Dragon, aka Return of the Dragon, with Bruce Lee and the world's greatest man, Chuck Norris.
Okay.
All right. My number 2 is going to be The Transporter with Jason Statham.
Oh, right, yeah.
And my number one is going to be Michael Cera from Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Oh, of course. And that actually really works, too. Good job. Surf Ninjas is only an hour-long movie? You got to be kidding me.
Wait, no. That's impossible.
Okay, this version is really bad.
Impossible.
Is that... Wait a minute.
It's also on Vimeo.
Okay, no, it's an hour and a half. Hour 39. This is so bad, dude. I'm watching clips of it right now. Oh my gosh, the monkey is playing a Game Gear. I forgot about that. The kid plays a Game Gear, and it makes the people do the things that... Is that Jaleel White? No, it's not. Anyway, sorry. My turn, right? I'm done. I'm sorry. Surf Ninjas. We're not doing that for the show. Is it my turn?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. My number 3, my honorable mention was The Karate Kid. My number 3 was...
Bill Zabka?
Yeah. My number 3 was Double Dragon. Yeah.
Oh.
That really shit film from the 80s.
I was so disappointed by that film.
Well, you should have been, because it was terrible.
Because I love the cartoon, and I was like, this is going to be so awesome.
It's so
They're
bad.
going to have power armor and everything else, and that never happened.
No, it didn't happen. Wait, what? I'm just going to check real quick to see if it's streaming. It's not.
What, Double Dragon?
Yeah, it's not streaming
Please.
on the Netflix. Let's see if it's on YouTube.
I'll check Amazon.
I doubt it is. I mean, I don't know if we even want to do it for the show, but...
No.
You don't want to watch that? Because it's real bad. Double Dragon.
It made my life so... I mean, like, it was just like... It's like the first time I found love, and it turned out it didn't like me. I'm like, oh. I'm just kidding. It wasn't that bad.
Somebody uploaded it. No, it's not true. Oh, wait. Yeah, there's the movie. Wow. It looks terrible. All right, anyway. My number 2, Big Trouble in Little China. So, you know.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah. Oh, you want a little bit of that? I can give you that. I can...
Son of a bitch must pay.
There you go.
I thought we were allowed to use our movies that we've watched before.
Why?
I thought that was the rule.
No, the rule is
you can't use the current movie.
Yeah, you just can't use the current movie.
Oh, okay. I don't even know damn rules.
Oh. And the my number one was Sidekick.
Stupid effing book.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. Now you're just asking for things just to see how.
I am actually.
Wait, what movie was that from? I've already forgotten.
Oh,
Silver Linings Playbook.
Yeah.
I gotta know the name of the movie first. Oh, this is taking way too long. Silver Linings.
Congratulations on the baby, but I'm not buying the invitation.
Because you think Veronica still hates you?
Okay, that's not it. I don't know where it is. I don't have it. Why do I not have it? Why would it not be in my library? That's... What?
Dad,
No.
Come on, Pat. Come on. A little bit more soul, Pat. Black it up, Pat.
That's all I got. I don't know where it is. Or maybe I just wrote it as stupid effing book. This is taking way too long. I'm sorry. Are we done with the show? Is the show over? I mean, oh, here it is.
Stupid book.
There we go. Jeez, I'm sorry. All right. See, Corny says that I have to find it. Don't ask for the dog one. All right, I'm not doing it.
Shit.
Because I don't have it.
Coming.
I don't have it anywhere nearby. That's gonna do it. Out of 10. Let's do our out of 10 so we can get the hell out of here. Andrew, out of 10. This movie, please. Perfect.
Okay, I'm gonna say a nice 4.5 out of 10.
All right. All right, Corny.
I'll go a little bit higher, but not much. 5.3 out of 10.
Andrew, you said 4.5?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, I was typing. Again, Corny does the opposite. 5.4 that you said?
5.3.
5.3. Sam doesn't get a vote. I'm kind of with both of you, so I'm gonna kind of meet in the middle and say, what's the middle of that? I don't know, 4.9. That sounds good.
Yes.
4.9. kicks to the face that sound like celery being squished.
Or testicles being broken.
Jeez, lots of testicle, lots of testicle damage. Testicle damage. That's the name of the episode. Testicle damage. No, just kidding. But that was it. That was actually fun. Show, movie, bad. And that's it. What are we doing next week? We are doing listener requested, because we do that. We do take listener requests. Listener requested Spectral. It's a YouTube original movie, so we know it's not going anywhere. But my brother-in-law suggested it, and so we'll do it because that's what we do. If you request it, we'll do it.
I actually have 2 listener requests from a person who listens to our show.
Yeah.
Who I see on a pretty regular basis at work, and apparently Swiss Army Man with Daniel
Harry
Radcliffe
Potter.
has been added to Amazon Prime.
Okay.
And then she also requested Magic Mike, and I told her that would be a stretch.
Oh, Magic Mike.
I said, "You just want 4 guys to watch Magic Mike, don't you?" And she said, "Yeah, that would be funny."
Just to listen to us squirm. We'll see. I will add in. What was the other one?
Swiss Army Man.
Swiss Army Man. We had something not canceled. We had something get pulled. So there we go. Well, I need a name for that so I can know who to blame if we hate the movie.
She requested to remain anonymous. So we'll just call her a fellow teacher.
Okay, well, fine. Fellow teacher at Andrew's school.
Chad's wife's a fellow teacher, maybe.
But not at his school. Anyway.
And this is not my wife this time.
Sorry. I did not mean to click on that. I meant to click on that. Trying to click the outro instead I hit the chicken scream. That's going to do it for us. That was fun, guys. Thanks for participating. Next week, Spectral. It's on Netflix. It's a Netflix original movie.
No emails?
Hell no.
I keep wanting to make a fake account and just bitch. I don't know how to. And I tell myself no every day when I'm at work.
Well, I mean, we did get that one piece of hate mail a long time ago, and frankly, it was hilarious. And every now and then, I just pull it out for a laugh. Seriously. So, anyway, because that's why I know we've made it as a podcast when we're getting hate mail. So, I apologize for the sniffles and the coughing and the snake got sick. I apologize, guys. I can't help it. I'm sick. Like us on Facebook if you want to. Facebook.com/Cheapseat Reviews. iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, YouTube, anywhere where you can leave a review, do so. It helps other people find us, so we can spread the show and continue the legacy that is this
like herpes
podcast. We want to be the STD of podcasts. Just spread them, and we'll spread it.
That's the name of the episode. Follow us on Twitter at CheapseatCast, and of course, you can send us your emails to cheapseatreviews@gmail.com. That's going to do it for us, guys. This was fun. We'll see you next week for Spectral. And, maybe we'll have a solution to my audio board. Maybe not. Who knows? But in the meantime, on behalf of Andrew, Corny, Sam, who was not here, and we miss him, this is Sean saying thank you for listening. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.